What's the biggest thing you guys have a problem with?
Different sorts of things. You just say what you want.
It's inner game, I won't do that. You want to be like fully present in the moment. So, I mean, honestly, it's like the same thing. Everything I tell you, none of it matters if you're not opening. If you're like, I'm a little shy, I don't want to open. That's just, it's a story in your head. It like literally has nothing to do with who you are. Okay, now I'm going to give you an inner game talk. I guess I had one. Right? So think about what you really are. Right? Like if you get in the moment, you get really present. And so let's do a presence exercise right now. I want you guys to close your eyes. Alright. So everybody's eyes are closed. All I want you to do is pay attention to the sounds around you. So pay attention to the sound of my voice. Pay attention to the sound of the pool behind us or in front of you. If you have any thoughts, I want you to simply let them go. The second the thought gets in your head, whoosh, it's gone. All I want you to do is listen. Listen to the rustling behind you, up and behind us. The noise on the street, far away. And as you're doing that, I want you to become aware of like a little light or a warmth that starts inside your gut. And I want you to really feel that. If you have any thoughts at all, simply let them go. And just keep listening. And that feeling you have inside of you, that's your presence. And it should well up, feel warmer and better and more positive. I still want you to listen. And I want you to stay in that state of presence where you just feel the joy of being right now. And whenever you're ready, I want you to slowly open your eyes. So I'll do that in field sometimes, and then I'll turn around and open. It's just, like I'll sit there, I won't even close my eyes, I'll just listen to shit. Until I'm just not thinking at all. Right? The point is, even if you do stuff like that, you're still going to have some discomfort. Like you're still going to have some anxiety. So the answer is, don't focus on the inner game so much. And this is just me being honest with you. I mean, there's a lot of great inner game advice that I just don't really focus on it. I focus very quickly on like getting you guys like immediately positive results. Because that's the permanent fix. That's the only thing I've seen like work consistently. Because if you have a guy that's super anxious, even me doing what I just did, which is basically an exercise from Eckhart Tolle's like The Power of Now book, right? I just kind of adapted a little bit for infield. But even if I do that, like a guy will still be anxious. Like if you're really anxious, nothing's going to snap you out of it other than sticking the needle in your arm. So open the first set on the left, right? So and now let me give you the inner game, the philosophy talk, to sort of explain like why that is. So what are we? Like if we're in that exercise, right? What are we really? Are we our thoughts? Are we what we think? Are we what we wear? Are we what we want to do tonight? Are we the shit that we have? Are we any of that? No, we're like some weird amorphous consciousness being that's like observing all these thoughts, these feelings, these phenomena, the noise. Like that's what we are. What is that? What? It's just life, or we don't really know. Like what is it? It's like answering that question would be knowing the meaning of life or the meaning of consciousness anyway, right? So I can't answer that question. So when you say to yourself, like, I'm shy, what is that? That's just some other bullshit thought that your brain's putting out that's got really nothing to do with you at all. It is literally as relevant as saying, I love Smurfs. I love Smurfs, so I don't want to open. I love Smurfs, so I don't want... It's like that. That's literally the logical conclusion. You're like, I'm shy. What? I mean, that makes no sense because it's got nothing to do with who you are. You're this amorphous consciousness being. We all experience that. What does the statement "I shy" have anything to do with it? Nothing at all. So all this stuff that's why this is the anti-inner game talk. Because literally, like, if you focus on "I'm shy," or you focus on "I'm hung up," or you focus on "that girl's too ugly," you're like paying attention to completely the wrong stuff. Because it's literally got nothing to do with shit. You die tomorrow, what does "I'm shy" have to do with anything? What does "I'm anxious"? Like, I'll go and feel, like, I feel anxiety. Great. I open. It's just some feeling that I'm observing. So that's the sort of philosophical backup to why I don't do a whole lot of inner game stuff. Now, the other little secret I have is drugs. No, don't laugh. It's kind of for real, right? I don't do any drugs. Like, I barely drank. Like, last weekend I got drunk for the first time in like 2 years.
Time in 3 months, was it?
No, 2 years.
Yes,
3
are you
months.
sure? Okay.
I'm positive. I'm positive. Because we had this like monster blowout party and we had like 35 bottles of champagne. And somebody gave me 2 bottles. And I was just like, okay, it's my bottle of champagne. So I was like, oh no. So I took another club. I'm like, I got my own bottle. And so that was, so anyway, I got a little drunk. But the point is for a point of view of game or point of view of presence, like drugs just mess all that up, particularly anything narcotic or anything that gets you high. Right? But there is accidentally, I made a discovery because I have essential tremors. So this means my hands shake. They're not shaking now because I'm on the med. But there is a medication that was invented in 1965. It's called propranolol. Propranolol. Hey, can you look up the spelling?
Propranolol. It's
propranolol.
P-R-O-P-R.
It's like
N-O-L-O-L.
Yeah, and it's completely harmless. I actually blogged about it. If you check my blog, Mehow TV, just go to the blog. Like I have this like 7 days in field blog, and on like I guess entry 6 I talk about that. And basically, it's a non-narcotic way of like reducing approach anxiety by half. And everybody that's tried it has had the same effect. And then we posted about it, and other people posted comments like, yeah, it has the same effect. And it's completely non-narcotic and more or less harmless. Like there's no side effect. It's just it's an old school beta blocker. So if it's a real problem, then try that. And I discovered it by accident because it's also a treatment for essential tremor. Like when I'm 70, my shit's going to be shaking really bad. Essential tremor is just a genetic like tremor disorder. And what I noticed as I got older, like when I was 32, it didn't really matter. But now I'm almost 40, and I would like go Kino girls. She'd be like, "Why are your hands shaking?" And then over here, they're like, "Oh yeah, this guy's on coke," and I'm just like, "You have no idea. I'm not on